I am always thinking of Capitalism and Schizophrenia, a wonderful philosophical book in 2 volumes that I think is incredible and definitely a cornerstone of contemporary philosophy. It's a very interesting book that was written by 2 philosophers, Gilles Deleuze and Felix Guattari. And I think it's just one of those books that really appeals to you and gets at the heart of what matters. Now, what's interesting about this book is that it's not a traditional argument. It isn't a formal, logical argument. And this might partly be because it fits in the continental tradition, a developing tradition in philosophy that often focuses more on language rather than mathematical formulation, as in the work of Bertrand Russell, for instance. And so it's very interesting because you have this book that was written by these philosophers who try to use language to show the beautiful improbability and powerful nature of language itself, the powerfulness that the language conveys. The language itself you could call as being a rhizome, as they talk in their writing, where the idea is that the rhizome are roots, and the rhizome continually flourishes in roots, and those roots are a representation of connotations and of interpretations and of the things that you grasp in language and philosophy and ideas and concepts. And it's very interesting because the more that you unpack these ideas, the more you realize that the point isn't necessarily the actual ideas as much as it is understanding why those ideas formulate what they're formulating and what they're actually formulating, and the way in which those ideas are conveyed. And so that's interesting because it is a very modernist and of course postmodernist idea to assume that the language is what matters the most, and the language and the way the language is used is the way that things are conveyed. And that's important because when you read Capitalism and Schizophrenia, you have to make what you could call associations. You can't just look at the words as being linear or transparent or literal. You have to see them as connoting things. You have to see them as representing more than what it seems like.